one way to support someone to complete a personal passport, but there are some key principles to remember, and we do have some advice from our co-producers. But first, we'll start with the essentials. So the personal passport is a downloadable and interactive PDF document that you can access on Camden Council's website. Some people might prefer to take away a printed copy and have a look over the questions themselves and fill it in by hand. You might also want to print a copy out instead of using a laptop while you discuss the questions. It's important that completing the personal passport isn't just another form-filling exercise, but is informal, it is conversational, and is seen as an opportunity for learning and reflection, both from support workers and clients and the people that they're supporting. It's important to remember, though, if someone has chosen to handwrite their passport, that it should still be typed up and saved securely on systems that you would normally use, or databases you would normally use, to store someone's personal information, and so that it's kept safe. But this means it can also be shared with different services. And remember to delete any downloaded copies, especially if you're using a public computer, and upload to the databases and systems you would normally use. So some more essentials for completing a personal passport are around how we might communicate with the people we're supporting about the personal passport and what is involved in filling it in. So this is all included in the passport itself, but it's really important that we are telling people they don't have to fill everything in at once, that people can fill it in on their own or alongside someone else, that they can go through it at absolutely their own pace, and that if someone is writing it on their behalf, it should always be written in their own words and from their own perspective. And they can edit it and update it as many times as they like. And the edits and updates are always up to them, and they have absolute choice and control over what goes into the personal passport. So to help with using and sharing the personal passport, we've also created a cover page on the first page of the personal passport, and you'll see an example of it on the right-hand side here. And this is where you can write who the passport is being shared with. It's also where you can write down a designated worker. And this is up to you if you're supporting someone to complete a personal passport to help them choose that designated worker themselves. So that should be someone that they trust and have a consistent relationship with, and that is likely to be the person who has helped them to complete it. The aim of the designated worker is to make sure that the most up-to-date passport is in use, that any edits are shared with relevant services and people where needed. You can also include on the cover page when it was completed, whether there have been any updates, and when it was shared. And this is to help with making sure that the most up-to-date copy is in use. If any edits have been made, either with the designated worker or with another team, this edited copy should be shared with relevant people and teams, unless it is not helpful or safe to do so. This means that sharing and using and updating the personal passport will require some communication between services and teams, and also with the person who has created it, about who they want it to be shared with and why you think it needs to be shared.
My top tip for people getting started is to take your time. It's your life in your own words. You are the most important person there, and you can do it when you feel ready. You can add more information when you want to, or when you remember something. You can reflect in future where have you been and where you will be when you read it back. One challenge in trying to complete the personal passport might be how to open up and start thinking and writing about what you went through. Finding a support worker or another person who you trust and feel comfortable with will help you with this. It could be someone who you think understands you and cares about you. I really hope the personal passport will help people and those working in system too. Thank you. Peace and love.
Depending on their mindset on your first meeting with your client, you can mention the passport and see their reaction. You can say, have a think about it. If they are interested, then do it at the client's pace. Please bear in mind that for some, this will be hard and maybe traumatic.
I would mention the passport to a client and just ask if they want to give it a go or not. It has to come from the client in their own words, no putting words in their mouth. Understand that this will be difficult So slow pace is important.
As a start, just begin the essentials that people could share. What are the most important things that people might want to share with their support workers? The personal passport might require people to talk about things that are hard to talk about. It can feel a bit cruel to be kind to begin with. These are things in people's life that might feel embarrassing, be humiliated about, degraded because they can't understand it themselves. The personal passport gives people choice in what they're willing to share. It's okay to start somewhere, and later on, when people feel safer or more comfortable, they might want to share more. People will see the power and benefits of sharing things in the personal passport if staff take the information seriously and try their best to understand it.